Hello everyone, welcome to SCI-EASE. In this video, I am going to explain a very important term, that is the atomic mass. So, our topic is atomic mass. We will discuss about this atomic mass in detail. You go to the vegetable seller, which has the ordinary beam balance. When you go to the departmental stores, there is electronic balance. I'm talking about the old beam balance, tarazu कहते हैं या तकड़ी, we call it. Okay. You go to the vegetable seller and tell him that I want 1 kg of onion. He will put some onion in the bag and then he will put 1 kg weight in one of the pan and in another pan he will put what? Onions. Now he will try to balance it. He will weigh it. What you have observed, that the needle, the pointer you can say, which should be in between, it is just towards the right hand side where onion they are placed. So he will take 1 or 2 onions and again weigh it. Now the needle that is of the balance, that is in the center. This means that the onions, they are 1 kg. Okay. Now what you have gathered from this, that the mass of the onion is relative to the weight, 1 kg weight. Means you are comparing the weight of the onion with 1 kg weight. So I have taken this term, I have told you this term relative. So in case of atoms also, relative atomic mass that is taken. You know that atoms of each element, they are so small that to calculate the mass of each element, that is very, very difficult. And I want to tell you that mass of one atom of hydrogen is 1.67 into 10 to the power minus 24 G. This means it is very small. So the mass of each element, atom of each element, that will be smaller. And to remember such a lengthy mass of each element, it's very difficult because you know that there are 118 elements in the periodic table. So to remember the masses of the atoms of each element like this, it is not an easy task. We can't remember it. Even the chemist, it's difficult for the chemist also to remember such masses. So it is found that it was found convenient to compare the masses of the atoms, of atoms of different elements with some reference atom. Okay, and the masses thus obtained, what are they called? They are called relative atomic mass. They are known as relative atomic masses of different elements, atoms of different elements. Okay. So first of all, you know that hydrogen, it is the first element of the periodic table and it has a small atom. So first of all, hydrogen was taken as a reference element. Okay. So the masses of atoms of each element, that was compared with hydrogen atom. But the difficulty was that it was not successful. Why? Because the masses of the other elements, they will come out to be in fractions. So again, the problem is there, that to remember the masses in fractions or to weigh the substances in fractions, it's very difficult. So the idea of taking hydrogen as a reference, that was dropped. Okay. Now they have taken, Dalton was that English, this chemist, British chemist, he gave the idea of this relative atomic mass. He has contributed a lot. So he gave this idea of relative atomic mass. Then oxygen was taken as a reference element. But then again there were some problems. So the idea was again dropped of taking oxygen as a reference element. So then scientists, they came to the conclusion that carbon, that is the best element taken as a reference element. So you know that carbon has 3 isotopes. What are they? Carbon 12, carbon 13 and carbon 14. These are the atomic masses. Carbon 12 atomic mass, it has 13 atomic mass, and it has 14. But this carbon isotope is 98.99% in the surroundings. Okay? This isotope contributed a lot. Means this is in abundance. Second, these 2 isotopes, they are only 1.1% in the surrounding total. So carbon 12 was taken as a reference element. Why? Because it is abundant in the environment or in the surrounding. When we see that its abundance is quite much. And second thing, that it is neither too reactive nor it's slow in reactivity. So it has a medium reactivity. Like you can, if you take sodium as a reference element, it's so reactive. We can't place it in the air. We always keep it in kerosene because of its reactivity. So the element which are taken to be as a reference element, it should have the optimum, you can say, reactivity. So carbon 12 isotope, that was taken as a reference element with which the atomic masses of the other elements, they can be compared. Mass of vegetables or the fruits, they are in kilogram, kg or grams. Okay? But the mass of an atom of an element, that is measured in atomic mass unit. So this is the atomic mass unit, that is the units for, you can say, that is the units for atomic mass. Now, IUPAC recommends more simplified units for the mass of the atom, that is U, unified mass. U is the unified mass. So this thing, it should be clear to all of you. Now, we have discussed so much about the atomic mass, and we have concluded that the mass of an atom of the element, that is compared with the mass of carbon 12 isotope. So what is the definition, proper definition of atomic mass? The atomic mass of element is the relative mass of its atoms as compared with the mass of an atom of carbon-12 isotope taken as 12 units. Okay. So I have told you that the units for atomic mass is AMU. What is 1 AMU? I want to tell this. Atomic mass unit may be defined as 1/12 of the masses of an atom of carbon-12 isotope on the atomic scale. So the relationship between this 1 AMU, it is equal to 1/12 of the masses of carbon-12 isotope. This you should remember. Okay? So, with all these discussions, the modified definition of atomic mass is atomic mass of an element may therefore be defined as the number of times an atom of that element is heavier than 1/12 the mass of an atom of carbon-12 isotope. So with this, we can calculate the mass of each and every element, atom of that element relative to the mass of the carbon-12 isotope. Okay, so the term, it should be clear to all of you. You should memorize the definition also, because sometimes you have to define atomic mass, and this AMU or units, etc., they are used in the numericals also. So the term AMU or U, that should be clear to all of you. With this, my topic that is complete. I will come in the next video and take up another topic of this chapter. Till then, thank you very much.